So imagine this: Cardano, a cryptocurrency that's been quietly building, could be on the brink of a 757% rally. That's right. A massive surge could catapult ADA to unprecedented heights. But it's not just about price. There's a revolution building within the Cardano ecosystem. The Cardano treasury is overflowing with funds, and the community is buzzing with ideas on how to spend it, from funding decentralized applications, also known as DApps, and supporting scientific research to develop educational resources and giving back to the community. The possibilities are endless. But which path will the Cardano community choose? Will they focus on short-term gains and speculative investments, or will they prioritize long-term sustainable growth and real-world impact? Join me as we deep dive into the community's most exciting proposals and also take a look at this 757% price surge that we could be expecting. Is it likely to happen? Could it happen? Let's go. So we're going to start here, and this is an article where they're discussing an analyst's prediction for Cardano ADA to basically, rally 757%, and this is why this individual has come to this conclusion, right? So all about the 18,000% move that Cardano ADA saw in the previous bull market, also being followed by the fact that it pulled back really, really steeply. And, basically they're comparing this to what's happened with Solana, and Solana's obviously done very, very well, actually performed better against Bitcoin than a lot of people anticipated. But look, I don't know whether we're going to see a 757%, surge in price for Cardano. But you have, whenever there has been a hard fork, there has always been a price surge. Now, I have concerns. I've said this several times that I have concerns over the governance, and we'll come on to that in a moment, right? But yeah, look, you could see a pretty sizable move up to sort of around the $3 mark. This stuff shouldn't be impossible to achieve. It is very much on the cards, but for me it really depends on the macro, right? It can all look like Solana, it can all look like other altcoins that have gone and done amazing things or not so amazing things, but for me it's all about the macro. We've got to get this Fed pivot out of the way. There's further downside in my opinion, particularly in stocks. Crypto again is going to be impacted. If stocks is impacted, crypto is impacted, risk assets are impacted. Obviously, we've seen a lot of price movements to the downside, just like we've forecast. We forecast all of this stuff like 18, almost 19 months ago. I think next month it's like 19 months ago we were predicting all of this. Very, very accurate with our predictions. But look, what I would say is, we've got to get the money printers on. Once the money printers are on, all of these price predictions that we've been seeing, they're very, very possible, in my opinion. But do you think Cardano can reach $3? Let me know in the comments below. Really interested to get your views and opinions. But look, the Cardano Chang hard fork is ready. No, not exactly. Obviously, it was supposed to go live, I think actually today or maybe the other day, but it was being delayed, and this was mainly because of Binance, right? And actually the reason why I pull up this article is not really to talk about the delay as such, but there is something really interesting that many people probably don't know, and that is Binance's role. Binance holding 15.73% of Cardano's liquidity was obviously one of the reasons why the hard fork was delayed. They hold 15.73% of Cardano's liquidity. Just let that sink in for a moment. Like, we talk about decentralization, and Cardano is one of the most decentralized, altcoins out there, really. Maybe not the most decentralized, but it's right up there. One of the most. And to see over 15% of the liquidity is on Binance is for me concerning. Obviously that's got to change over time, like surely. Like, let me know your thoughts and opinions on that. Again, I just think it's something that people should be aware of. Like, these entities are huge, they're monstrous. Cardano fans pitch bold, surprising treasury spending ideas, and this is obviously the issue that I've got like with Cardano right now is the fact that we're going to be having this governance. I have said several times, and you're probably bored of me saying it, but I will be proven right. I'm certain of it. Like basically the vast majority of, you know, Cardano investors, in my opinion, are not well positioned to make decisions on where funds should be, you know, placed. Otherwise, you know, if they were, they would probably be business owners, entrepreneurs, you know, successful people. But let's be honest, you know, a lot of retail investors are involved in, you know, investing in Cardano and many other altcoins. And for me, like retail investors are not the right caliber of people to be making decisions that can impact such a big project. And you know, we've seen issues with Polkadot, we've seen issues with other, you know, chains, right? And I've worked on DAOs. I've got a very good understanding of how they operate and the pitfalls. And I have real concerns, and I think they're merited concerns, right? Like you can let me know, do you agree, disagree in the comments below. But you know, the vast majority of people are not, I guess, experienced enough, educated enough to make these decisions. And you know, we're going to see, in my opinion, overspending and spending, you know, funds on stuff that doesn't need to be, you know, have capital spent on. I think the fraudulent and abuse of the treasury is going to happen as well. So these are all my forecasts. These are all my predictions, and you know, I hope on these predictions I'm wrong. I really do hope that I am wrong. I really do hope that the community proves me wrong. Um, but I have such strong conviction with these predictions, and you know, that pains me to say. But look, the Cardano community will soon gain access to the treasury funds. So concerning. A variety of ideas for spending the funds has already been proposed. Calls remind the community that the treasury pot is finite. So you got the media in one breath going, there's so much money, it's overflowing. And then you've got others saying it's a finite resource and you can't just spend it all. And you know, this is the trouble, right? There's going to be a abuse of treasury funds. You know, you see it with Polkadot right now. A lot of people don't know Altcoin Daily will, I think, paid about $150,000, give or take, to do free videos on Polkadot. Man, you know, I joked and laughed, saying that they probably won't collectively get over 150,000 views, and they didn't. It got about 130, 140,000 views. Um, you know, is that money well spent? Well, if you look at the price of Polkadot, I'm going to say no. No, it wasn't. And I don't dislike Altcoin Daily. They obviously had a proposal put in and they had the proposal accepted by the community. They are one of the biggest crypto channels out there, right? And yeah, I've got no bad words to say about them. But, you know, should the Polkadot community have, you know, spent $150,000 or whatever it was on free videos from Altcoin Daily that many people aren't even going to be, you know, watching, and has it done anything for price? Because why do you do marketing, right? It's to get new wallet users, it's to grow the ecosystem, it's to, you know, get more investors, right? And increase the price of the token. Otherwise, why are you doing the marketing, right? Like that's what it's about. And actually, if you look at the price of Polkadot, it's gone in the opposite direction alongside the rest of the market. And this is my point, right? Like there's a time to be doing marketing. There's times, you know, the time is off. You want to be spending that $150 with Altcoin Daily much later in the cycle, right? When there's more people in the space. So look, there's abuses, there's other influencers in the Polkadot ecosystem that, you know, basically got their proposals over the line just because of the people they know and the amount of tokens they hold. So, you know, really concerning stuff. But, you know, there's some you know, good ideas, some bad ideas. You got free UTXO, which I mentioned yesterday. They want 200 million ADA to support, exceptional projects building on Cardano ADA. Again, like how many of these projects have received funding from the Treasury and then gone interoperable multi-chain, basically seeking liquidity elsewhere and just spinning it as it's a positive thing. A lot of projects have done that. So look, these are my opinions, my views, but let's move on because I'm sick to death of talking about stuff that's going to happen before it happens and getting no recognition for it. So let's just leave that there. I'm not going to talk any more about the feelings I have towards Cardano governance. I hope I'm wrong. Charles seems really, really excited about it, but I've got a question. Is he excited about it because actually he's wiping his hands of it? Or is he excited about it because he really does believe in the decentralization? I don't know the answer to that. Nobody does. Nobody's in Charles's head. Nobody really knows what's going on inside anybody's head. So, yeah, look, that's my views. I'm going to leave it there now. Bitcoin drops to $58,000. Here's what caused the market crash. Well, I told you over 18 months ago what was going to cause this. And it's basically the Fed pivot's going to happen in a matter of days now, and the money printers are going to come on. And what a lot of people didn't understand and still don't understand is you get a crash. We've had a stock market crash. We've seen Warren Buffett selling off even more. I mean, he's got billions and billions and billions of dollars in capital cash fiat right now, ready to take advantage of the incoming pullback that we're about to see. So really interesting stuff. We've got Bitcoin layer 2 network stacks begins Nakamoto upgrade. Just wanted to flag that. Definitely worth researching it and making sure you're aware of what's going on there. We've got outrage grows as the Ton founder, the Telegram founder, Pavel, who was obviously arrested in France. It looks like this was a bit of a setup, right? Potentially scheduled to dine with the French president and actually got arrested. I just wanted to put this in here because we've got to be mindful of the negativity around governments and the powers that they're trying to get, right? And I'm going to come on to Binance in a moment, right? Let me just be really quite clear. Free speech is something that's disappearing, right? We're giving it away with our actions. We see the stuff going on in the UK, and I don't want to get all political, but we've got to be mindful that we've got CBDCs coming in, and as much as these people in government tell you one thing, they go and do another, right? And we're seeing this with Keir Starmer in the UK, and basically saying that they're not going to be doing everything that they're going to be they've promised. Typical Labour move, but I really do want to just flag this stuff because our liberties are in the process of being taken away. And when CBDC, gets released across the world, and you get digital dollar, digital pound, digital euro, and all that nonsense, they are going to become just like vouchers. And I was, initially thinking, no, that won't happen. But the more and more I'm seeing the world change, the more and more I am becoming very, very annoyed with the way or the direction we're moving. You can let me know your thoughts and opinions on that in the comments below. Thai authorities raid illegal Bitcoin mine. This is after power outages. Now, I've actually experienced those outages. There was no power here, and it's good to see that they're clamping down. And then we've got Binance here under scrutiny for seizing Palestine crypto funds. There is again. I don't want to get into the politics aspect of things, but it's really difficult not to at some points. Binance is now run by the government. Like it's in the hands of the government. Maybe not run by them, but if the US government or the UK government or any government of stature approaches Binance and wants something, Binance is giving it to them, and this is just a clear sign of it. It's all well and good freezing the funds of scammers and criminals. Maybe that's what this is. I don't know, but I just think there's lines being crossed, and it brings in the decentralization and the decentralization of um, crypto and blockchain technology into question when you see stuff like this. So look, I don't want to get into the, is it is it criminal stuff or not? Like, I think there's probably war crimes both sides. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, your opinions on everything going on in crypto. Some really, really annoying things that I'm seeing, when it comes to the politics aspect of things. But overall, the market's where I kind of expected it to. It's where I forecast it to be, and I'm looking forward to 2025. That's all I've got to say on the matter. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.